What's up, traders? My name is Vincent Mokotedi, the founder of VinnBoss Signal Factory with over 7 years of proven trading results. I am the only trader who trades publicly with my community. Every single trade, wins and losses included. No hiding, no manipulation, just transparency and real trading results. Furthermore, I would like to tell you that I've already built a Telegram and a WhatsApp community filled with serious traders only. The best part is it's free to join. All you need to do is number 1, register with XNS under our exclusive link. Number 2, verify your trading account. Number 3, fund at least $100. Some traders are funding $1,000 to enjoy higher profits. When you fund, you will get to receive the following that I will mention. Firstly, it will be the weekly forex forecast of all the major pairs, gold and silver included, daily signals and analysis for London and New York sessions, fundamental news breakdown on major economic events. You will get again a course called Beginner to Pro Ultimate Course for both beginners and struggling traders seeking consistency. Proven strategies tested and verified by myself and other professional traders. One-on-one mentorship where you can request personal attention to deepen your price action and signal understanding. But that's not all. If you are not registered with us or you're not ready to switch over to XNS as of yet, you would still receive daily analysis of 6 pairs only, which includes the euro dollar, the pound and the dollar, the euro Canadian dollar, the pound Canadian dollar, the euro and the pound, and last but not least, the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. You will only receive the London session analysis only. That is a limited access that we give to those who are not with us. So don't miss out on all the full access to premium trading education, signals, and membership. After funding, send proof of registration to WhatsApp 068 060 5332 for instant access to everything. And traders with the euro and the dollar, really the market has done nothing else since the opening of the day. All we did was go to this, and now we are looking like we are going to the first demand zone that we have mentioned quite earlier on our weekly forex forecast. And after the weekly forex forecast, this would be a fantastic place to look for take profit, of course. Now this video is going to be short. There's nothing that has happened, there's nothing that is happening here. It's just a pullback or whatever, but there's no significant movement right now. So without wasting much time, let's go straight to the pound and the dollar. I think it's very similar to what we are seeing with the euro and the dollar. And traders, with the pound and the dollar, it's very similar to the euro and the dollar, but in this scenario we did make this new low, of course, but we did not break below it. Just like I did mention on the weekly forex forecast, we did touch this, and after touching this, we are now in our pullback. We are about to retest the first supply zone at 1.3530, and this would be a great place to look for selling opportunities to the downside. Now right here at this supply zone, it was best to look for bearish patterns and formations to go down to the upside, or if you do not get enough convincing bearish patterns and formations, this would be the second place to look for bearish patterns and formations to go to the downside and take out structure at 1.3462. This would be a fantastic place to look for. So without wasting much time, let's go straight to the euro and the Canadian dollar. So with the euro and the Canadian dollar, it's similar again to all the euro pairs. We are now structured to this pullback to retest the first demand zone at 1.6220. This would be a great place to look for bearish patterns and formations to the downside, and this is a great place to look for selling opportunities. Of course, this would be a great place to look for bearish patterns and formations. Again, if we were not to get correct or holding bearish patterns and formations, this is a second place to look for bearish patterns and formations to continue to the downside. This is the euro, and right now the pullback looks like it has just started to continue to the upside. So some of you would ask me, if you know, Vincent, that this would go to the upside, why don't you just buy it? Because it's not worth it. It's waste of time and money. So this move cannot be strong. It can only go like this. So it saves time and money if you look for bearish patterns and formations, and then a continuation to the downside. So with that being said, EURCAD, this is by far the best signal that will come this week, together with the pound and the Canadian dollar. So without wasting further time, let's go straight to the pound and the Canadian dollar. And with the pound and the CAD, what we do have, it's very similar also to the other pairs that were discussed. Of course, I believe this would be the first supply zone. Look for bearish patterns and formations, break to the downside, and a continuation to take out structure at 1.8546. This would be the second place to look for bearish patterns and formation, and a continuation to the downside. Now, we only go for this level if the bearish patterns and formations right at this level of 1.8674 do not hold. Then we can look for bearish patterns and formations at 1.8727. This would be a fantastic setup going into this week, and this is what we are after. So without wasting much of our time, traders, let's go over straight to the euro and the pound. And with the euro and the pound, what we do have is a break even, a stop loss moved to this. We've trailed our stop from buy price to this, because at the end we did have a break even. So what do I expect? I expect this to continue to the downside to retest the first demand zone right here at 0.8696. This will be a great place to look for buying opportunities, of course, to take out our take profit right here at 0.8730. This would be a fantastic place to take profit at. And with that being said, what happens if we do get the price this, then we will take small profit and not big profit, of course. And this would be the second place to look for buying opportunities, of course, to go to the upside. We are overall biased to the upside on this currency pair. We are not looking for any selling opportunities, of course. So the second place to look for buying opportunities or bullish patterns and formations, it is 0.8666. This would be the fantastic place to look for buying opportunities to the upside. So this is the overall bias on the euro and the pound, and for now I do not see this breaking our weekly break of structure. But if it does, of course, we already have discussed this with the weekly forex forecast videos that was uploaded yesterday on YouTube. If you did miss the video of yesterday's YouTube, please make sure that you go and check that video, as it covers a whole lot of what happened last week and what should happen this week and the current levels that we are dealing with, so that you can understand how the structure is going to unfold to the rest of the week. So without wasting much time, let's go to the last but not least pair, which is the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. And with the US dollar and the Canadian dollar, it's very simply put that from these levels we did have a great sell, of course, but we already have a break given. And if we do come and retest the second place, of course, because the first demand zone has already been tested and proven that the Canadian dollar is not as strong as it's supposed to be, allowing pullbacks, as you have already seen in the EURCAD and the pound CAD. So this is also a second place to look for selling opportunities, of course, and we are biased to the downside to take out structure at 1.3725. And if this does not happen, because it is very similar or close to what we call our weekly break of structure, if we do break above this, the weekly break of structure, this is the first scenario. If we do reach it, come back, this would be a great place to look for buying opportunities, of course. and then continue to the upside. This is the only scenario where we will be looking for buying opportunities. Only if we reach the 1.3844, this would be a great place. And the second scenario is if we were to break above the 1.3844, this is the scenario where this happens. Then we will pull back and retest the weekly break of structure again right here at 1.3844. This would be a great place to look for buying opportunities, of course, and continue the structure to the upside. With that being said, traders, that's it from me and all the real account traders community. We have already done all the 14 pairs that we are going to trade this week. That's why I'm here helping you guys with the free YouTube watch list. Remember to register to fund your account and make sure that you do not miss any updates as we update them. Remember, registering, it's very simple, it's very easy. All you have to do is register under our XNES exclusive link, verify your account, fund a minimum of $100 or more, and then send proof of registration to 068 060 5332. I do repeat again, 068 060 5332. Now, without wasting further time, traders, this is what we expect for the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. And with that being said, traders, I think we need to continue back to watching the market as this unfold to retest our supply zones and demand zones for the week. So for me, thanks and happy trading.